Welcome. My name is John Flett. I'm a pediatrician at Hillcrest Busamed Private Hospital. I help children, families and schools and teachers who deal with children who think and learn differently. ADHD is a condition which causes a difficulty with time. It's almost as though it's a parallel universe with children and their time management. And I'm going to help you understand how that takes place. You know, ADHD is a problem of self-control. One of the executive functions, which is in the frontal cortex of the brain, is an inability to learn from hindsight, call up mental images of what happened yesterday, help it influence behavior today so that it has a better impact on that child's future. And also having foresight. Children, as a result, don't have a sense of their past. They don't have a sense of their future. They only live in the now. They're the Peter Pan of children. They just like a driverless car. They deal with the impact of whatever's happening in front of them. They have this inability to kind of plan. They procrastinate. They leave things to the last moment. They do things under a lot of pressure. They wait until there's so much anxiety, stress. They run on adrenaline, cortisol, those stress hormones. Those are very powerful motivators, but an uncomfortable way to live. So as a result, when you give an instruction to your child, have you ever noticed that you ask your child to do a particular thing? You know, clean up, James, please. Put your toys away. Please, we're going to be eating supper in 5 minutes. Go and wash your hands, clean up. They don't seem to be able to keep that in mind. They don't seem to be able to keep that instruction in mind for long enough for that action to be carried out. It's like the mind's GPS, being able to hold a destination in mind until you reach there. Someone with ADHD doesn't have that ability. They're like a younger child. It's like somebody who's 30% younger. You're giving an instruction to somebody who's not 10 years old. They're actually 7. And it can become very frustrating as a parent when your child doesn't really listen. You know, they don't listen. But then sometimes they do. And then you think, well, because they were able to listen and do that task, why can't they do this task? Well, because that task that you gave them an immediate reward. It gave them an immediate payoff. And as a result, they were motivated and they were able to kind of keep that kind of instruction in mind. So time blindness leads to environment, teachers, parents, other people telling you what to do, telling them what to do. They kind of get panel beated. Their personality, their kind of self-esteem gets affected because they constantly are being moaned at, groaned at. And that's a horrible way to live. With time being affected, the days and the nights tend to merge. There's a problem with day and night, and as a result, sleeping problems. So I hope that helps you understand. With ADHD, it's not because a child is trying to be difficult, trying to be somebody who's going to be obnoxious. They just don't remember. It's like the RAM on the computer in the brain. It's unable to keep that instruction long enough to carry out that task. And as a result, they have sleeping difficulties. And you know, medication makes a massive difference. Parents that give immediate and frequent feedback so that they're able to keep those in mind. They've got constant surveillance. You'll find that a child works better one-to-one in a classroom environment. They need time needs to be made real. It needs to be kind of offloaded from the brain with alarms, clocks, reminders, visual cues, writing things down, constant breaks so they don't have to do things in large quantities. In large durations, smaller little snippets, the so-called Pomodoro method. 20 minutes work, 5-minute break. 20 minutes, 5-minute break. Time needs to be made external and real. And I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about why time and ADHD is a time block.